Buenos dias, gentes. Alright, this is going to be Master Manipulator. I was really busy yesterday and then my camera died on me. So I couldn't do anything for Unify. Let me clarify this. I'm telling my story from the way how I view things. If you know about the situations, feel free to post in the comments. You can talk on the situation from what you've seen from your point of view. I'm telling my story in a certain order because I'm trying to give you all a build-up of how things got to where they were. I'm not going to be talking all over the place. I have everything outlined and when to talk about it and how to talk about it. Because you all know on the internet you can say certain words. You can't say certain things. Also, my account, myman_gman, there are people under the age of 18 that do follow me. So, for those that want to cuss me out and call me out by my name, you are more than welcome to. I take you cussing me out as a gift because it really shows you your true colors. Yes, definitely. It shows your true colors. And if you want to call me the B word, go ahead. Because in my book, the real B is you. Take a look in the mirror. And if you have to defend yourself on anything because of some of the stuff that I've said, look, I'm not the only one who witnessed this stuff that I've seen and saw. This is also coming from former employees who have experienced this thing and witnessed this stuff. English, no Spanish. So, for not only that, when I spoke to my former manager, I love her, miss her. Yeah, we did things how we did for a reason. That's the reason why we did our walk-arounds, because we wanted people to realize that recovery was that we did work. We didn't just sit somewhere. We actually walked all the concourses, and a lot of you know I walked every concourse and I can finish in like 2.5 hours with no problem. Walking wasn't a big issue for me. Well, it was when I was working on a sprained ankle. I had to sit out for a little bit. But okay, on to Master Manipulator. So, let me pause. Never mind. All right, so you all seen that I posted something about after midnight last night. This is what I'm talking about. Master Manipulator. He had someone, or either he created it himself, inboxing me, telling me to stop effing with him. Nobody's effing with him. All I'm doing is I'm telling the truth, and I have the facts and I have the evidence to prove how he manipulated me and how he behaves like a narcissist. I already did this. That's what we're doing. Eyeliner. So, one of our last conversations, like I said, this man called me out my name. He called me a B. So, This man had never, ever, ever called me out by my name until he did 3 weeks ago. And yelled at me because I contacted his wife. 12/31/87. Yes. Yes, that's her name. I'm calling her when I reference to her. 12/31/87. But yeah. And his wife's not ugly. She's a pretty woman. My thing is, how do you do something to someone like that? I don't get it. And you can't blame me. Because like I said, I never flirted with this man. I never said, I want you tonight, have bedroom activity. You want to come to my place? Never. I never, ever, ever offered to give my body up to him, because I've always told him I'm saving myself for my husband, my last and final partner, because I'm not trying to be getting around screwing a lot of people. Now, since I have posted on my socials, I have had a few women comment, yeah, that's what I'm saying, married, but he's still out here trying to get women's numbers. Actually, he has a lot of women's numbers in his phone. He has a lot of women's numbers. Oh, I'm drinking, so y'all see me moving a lot because I got caffeine going in my system. Yeah, he's got a lot of women's number. He's been hitting on a lot of women since he's been working at the airport. So, but me and him, we were just friends. I didn't hit on him. He didn't hit on me. I had my people who I was talking to, my guys and stuff like that. What me and him did outside of work, just friends, except for a couple of times. So today I want to talk about, I'm only going to talk about this a little bit because it's allegedly, it's not, I don't know if it's true, but I'm going to talk about master manipulator on Mason and Shane, the supervisor who used to work there. Now, the only way I would believe this is if Shane said something, but I doubt Shane would say anything. Not sure if any of y'all know, Shane is gay. At the time when I hung out with him for his birthday in August, Shane was living with his boyfriend of a couple of years or a few years, I don't know how, but they've been together for a minute and they had been living together back in August. But Shane at work, he was portraying to be a straight man. I'm sorry, Shane. Everybody knew you were gay. Straight men don't act that way. Even if you're bisexual and you say, no, everybody could tell. Everybody could tell and they knew. But you like to come off telling people you straight. Y'all, stop lying about your sexuality. It doesn't matter. Women, if you like men, you like men. So what? I have a lot of gay friends. A lot of men that are gay. A lot of women that are gay. Or lesbians. I think that's the term for women. But it does not matter what you like. Just be honest and upfront with it. Now, because when you start lying about if you're gay or not, and that you like men, or if you're bisexual, we don't care. I mean, people don't care. Unless you're just trying to get with a woman because you're bisexual. Now, if you like men, it's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If your family has a problem with you and your lifestyle, that's your lifestyle. That's not your family's lifestyle. Live your life the way you want to live it. Okay? Alright, so Shane and Andre, they used to go to the CBD store that's on D Concourse, when I tell y'all, they used to get high eating those gummies at the job, on the job. Like they would go get some. Shane would give Mason a gummy, and I come over. Next thing I know, this dude's eyes are bloodshot red. Cause, and I'm just like, I didn't like that. And one time I was trying to tell him, you need to be careful hanging out with Shane. Because I didn't want him getting caught by somebody else while he was intoxicated off those gummies. And they would come down, and they would come when they would come down to clock out. People could tell I just wasn't saying anything. I kept quiet about that, about them getting high off the gummies on the concourse. Why? But all I know is the first time I saw him get high was when we went to Shane's house, and I had a little bit, but I don't do it because it makes me nauseous. I got so sick to the stomach that I ended up crashing out, going to sleep. So that was the last time I had that stuff. It just made me sick to my stomach. I can't do illegal substances. It's not meant for me. It's not meant for everybody. So yeah. And then it was something else I want to mention. But oh yeah, that night when I passed out, or they thought I was asleep, all I know is I just heard some giggling between those two. Shane, his boyfriend, was in the room, sleep. Was he asleep? Yeah, he was asleep. And those two were up, awake, late, early morning hours, probably like 3, 4 o'clock in the, sometime around there. I was already asleep on the sofa, but I didn't wake up until those two started laughing. Not sure, I don't remember what it was they were talking about, but they were giggling about something. But yeah, I think that's when it started with them too, allegedly. Even though his boyfriend was in the apartment at the time. Now, I used to drive and take Shane to his car up in Buckhead. Was it Buckhead? No, Midtown. Yeah, Midtown. Shane, parked at it was only like a 2-minute drive to the train station for him. He didn't want to walk, but all that working out he does, I thought he would have walked. But no, Shane too bougie for that. Just a walk, a 10-minute walk, even though you're walking all day in the airport. I'm sorry, if I lived that close to the train station, I would never drive my car. So then one day, I just know, like, from the month of August to September, he was getting high with Shane. Whether they were smoking marijuana or the ganja, or the trees. There we go. Sorry, I won't say it no more. The trees, or they were taking the gummies, the CBD gummies off the concourse. Supposed to be working, doing wheelchairs, getting high. If the video footage goes back all the way to August, all you gotta do is just pull the camera feed and you'll see. I'm not sure how far that camera feed goes back. And the only reason why I know about the cameras in the airport is because I used to work in the tower where they could rewind the cameras back. That's how I know about the cameras. And I know where all the cameras sit too. Because one time when there was a shooting at the airport, they went back and they were trying to figure out where the shooting, what concourse, actually not a shooting, a gun discharged from TSA. We were trying to go back and look at the camera feed to find out what concourse and what was going on in the airport because I was off site at the time. But yeah, For those who have never seen how those cameras are good, very good. They're 360 cameras. So they can see everything that y'all do up in that airport, up and down the concourse, out into the gullyways where the passengers sit while they're waiting to get boarded. So that was our way sometimes to see into the airport when we had downtime and we weren't busy in the tower. So yeah, that's why I know about the cameras. I just don't know how far back the dates go. And that's why I say pull cameras. Like if you pull the cameras, people fail to realize cameras don't lie. They really don't. So yeah, so then about September, him and Shane started hanging out by them together. And Shane's boyfriend would not be at the house. So I don't know what went down with those two. All I know is he and Shane started hanging out a lot. And they even requested days off together. So if Shane took off, Mason took off from work. And I would ask him when he was off, like while I would be there, hey, how's it going? He usually wouldn't respond to me. So allegedly, I don't know what was going on, but allegedly. But like I say, master manipulator, if you like men, it's okay. A lot of people actually suspect that you like men. Don't hide it. Be open with it. It's okay to like men. It really is. You can come out of the closet if you like men. And if me and you had still been friends, I wouldn't have cared. But you probably don't want to come out the closet because you feel ashamed and probably embarrassed of it. But there's nothing wrong with it. If y'all go back in history, men have always had men on men action. There's nothing wrong with men on men action. And these men would have wives. So what? It's okay. The only person who cares about if you like men or not is you. Other people don't care. They don't. You just need to live your life to the fullest. But it's allegedly that those two probably hooked up. Because like I said, I did drop him off a few times over to Shane's, and he would catch the train and ride with Shane back to his place. And Shane, his boyfriend, used to call him all the time. Oh my, like, that's a good boyfriend. That's a real good boyfriend. But yeah, his boyfriend used to call him all the time. If he wasn't home by a certain time, he was calling. And then one night, like our first night hanging out, we had got some liquor. Manipulator, he can't hold his tequila at all. That man, yeah, he cannot drink tequila. Tequila is not for him. And I can hold my tequila. I've always been drink that. Oh yeah, and I didn't really start back drinking alcohol until I was around him. The first time I had alcohol in years, because I'm a friendly person, was around July 7th or the week prior. That was the first time I've had alcohol in years. And I stopped drinking it because I'm very friendly. I'm not a angry person or anything. It's just I'm very friendly. So that's why I don't really drink alcohol in public, because I get too friendly. I went missing one time. I was hanging out with my cousin. But yeah, and then next thing I know that, oh yeah, back in September, October, they were both planning a getaway trip to Puerto Rico. I don't even know. I can't quite remember. But I don't think Shane's boyfriend was going. So it was just going to be Shane and Mason. And then what's so funny about it, when Shane couldn't find him, he was like, "Where's Andre? Where's Andre? You seen Andre?" I'm like, "No." I'm like, "Why are you looking for him like that?" He was more focused on him than other people on the concourse. Like when I used to sit over there, when I had downtime, just waiting for like the next chair drop or for something, checking up on my people and whatnot. So when Shane was there, I used to hang out a lot over there. Because we were like the three amigos. But then next thing I know, I left on my vacation, come back, Shane's no longer there. Not sure what went down, but if you do know what went down, you could post it in the comments. But yeah. So him and Shane, they hung out, but I really don't know what went down between the two of them. But I'm pretty sure something happened, allegedly. Because I'm not going to say that, yes, something happened. I wasn't there, so how can I say that those two slept together? If he did, he did. If he didn't, he didn't. So what? I mean, he's a bisexual man that likes women and men. But I'm not saying that he is. But it's okay. Something that he definitely has a problem with, all because he got married. And just so y'all know, the women 123187, they've been dealing with each other since 2021. That's how long they've been dealing with one another. I have her pictures saved. So I know what she looks like. And I know her name. I've only told a few people. I'm sorry. If I were him, I would be sharing my wife's photo. Actually, my wife's photo would be the screensaver on my phone. This is how gorgeous this woman is. But he's embarrassed. He wants to hide her. He wants to tell people, I'm not married. But they really are married, because from my PI, him and her are on the same addresses of at least 3 places here in Atlanta. And she also used to live in New York. And that's all I'm going to say about 123187. Because this is not about her. This is about Master Manipulator. The secrets that he likes to hold. And the only reason why this is so hard for him, and he's probably getting upset. He got women, or either I don't know if I said it at the beginning, but I'm going to repeat it again if you didn't hear me. He's got people inboxing me telling me to stop messing with him. Yeah, I did say this. But dude, if you don't want me to reveal what happened back in April, you need to be the one to speak to me. Don't have your women talking to me, telling me to stop messing with you. You need to come at me in a calm manner. You got my number. I know you still got my number, because you don't block people's numbers. You like to keep people's number so you can have evidence, so you can build a case against them. But you know I never did anything wrong to you. I helped you out. Look, y'all, I helped this man. I was looking for a studio apartment for him. That's what he was looking for. He was even looking for a shop, so where he can work on cars. He was looking for some land where you can land a plane. Um, one day we were going to drive down to Florida to go get his stuff out of storage. You know, I was willing to do that because I wouldn't mind go see my family that I have down in Florida. Where we were going to go. I have family all over Florida. Uh, let's see, what else? It was like, I did a lot for this guy. The only thing he helped me out majorly with was my car. He didn't help me out with anything. This is how we were friends again. For those who want to say that he's my boo. Man ain't my boo. I have a boo thing. We've been talking for on and off for a year, and finally we just got back to talking again. Oh, I'm on the phone. So I don't know if he's up now. He just actually got into a car accident recently. So, yeah. So I'm actually, been talking to him. So we haven't had a chance to go do anything yet. Because he just totaled his car. Nice car, too. But, he's working on getting another car. And he's trying to heal from the accident. And, yeah. Master Manipulator's not my boo thing. We were just really good friends. He was like a friend. He was just like the person who I could just basically be a kid again and have fun and, because I don't really have too many friends who I can trust. And I trusted him. But, he says he has trust issues. I'm like, I get it. And when he said that, and if he's told any of y'all that he can't trust you, he's the one that cannot be trusted. It's not that y'all can't be trusted. He's the one that can't be trusted because he's out there stepping out on his wife. So, if you all know people in New York, Florida, Washington, Seattle, Washington, any of these 50 states, Jamaica, the Dominican Republic, Cuba, Puerto Rico, make sure y'all are sharing this video like crazy to all your family members there. Because these are some of the places that he's told me that he wants to go to. And, oh yeah, and the Bahamas. So, yeah, Master Manipulator allegedly, possibly, hooked up with another supervisor. A male supervisor, allegedly. Because me and him, we did hook up. And I'll talk to y'all about that later. But just so y'all know, I would never, ever, ever do it again with him. No, I would never, ever, ever want to be with him ever again. And like I said, when I upload the video, you'll find out why. Because thinking about it, nope. Ladies and gentlemen, if y'all want him, y'all can have at it. I don't care. But that's one person I would never sleep with ever again. I wouldn't sleep with that man I would sleep with the current president if I were given that option. I would sleep with the current president before I slept with Master Manipulator. Yes, I know what type of president we have, but I'm just telling y'all, if I had the option, the current president versus Master Manipulator, I'm choosing the president. That's how terrible. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's how, ugh. But for those, enjoy. Just make sure he shows you his papers. Because that's one thing he refuses to do. He will not show his papers. He'll tell you, I'm clean, I'm clean. Till this day, I do not know. And I'm not revealing my results. Because, yeah. But I am clear of certain things. But I'm just not telling my results because that's private. And yeah, so if y'all want him, y'all better put some saran wrap around that thing, that cooch, that disco stick. Put some saran wrap around it. That's all I have to say. Because yeah, I was good to go before I dealt with him. But I'm still working on trying to get this final testing to make sure I'm cleared, because I would like to move on with my life. I just been really busy and haven't had a chance to go get this test. But yeah. And if he would just talk to me about what it was, I would know what to go get tested for straight. Because I got tested a couple of weeks ago. And was it a couple of weeks ago? It was a few weeks ago. Yeah, I got tested a few weeks ago. Because I like to do a double check to make sure I'm really clear, because stuff does come up later on after you're with someone. But yeah. So if y'all have had any dealings with him since fall of last year, 2024, y'all might want to go get double checked. Because, yeah, go get double checked. And then, because even when we did roll in the hay back in February, he almost came clear. I asked him, have you been with someone since we were last together back in July? It was like 7 months in between when we were together. And he said, he goes, no. I was like, and I was going to ask him again later on that night, but I completely forgot about it because we were doing stuff, bedroom activity. But yeah. So y'all just be careful who you're with, who you end up sleeping with. Make sure y'all use something. Just so y'all know, condoms are only is for pregnancy. Condoms is not for STDs and STIs only. So don't think that just because you wear a condom does not mean you won't get infected, because you can. And condoms break. They're not 100% proof on not breaking too. So on that note, this is part 6, I want to say, on Master Manipulator. Yeah. I'll probably post something tomorrow if I have time in between work. I'm working on starting up a company. That's why I've been so busy all week and kind of late with filming videos. I'll reveal it later on. But yeah, y'all be careful. And Andre Mason, I'm going to say your name right here at the end of the video if you watch this, or if anyone watches it to the end. If you don't want me to talk about what went on between the two of us and what was said between the two of us, then you need to be a man and talk to me calmly. I don't want to see you. You can call me or text me. You probably won't text me because then you'll think that I'll post it. But no, I won't post that because we're trying to come to a line. Don't send your women after me, because that's not good. That is not good. You sending women after me, telling me to stop messing with you. You know this is the truth. These are from text messages that were sent between you and I when you talked about your supervisors on the floor. So I'm going to continue with these videos until you grow some balls and you apologize to me, because you know you were wrong. I'm sorry, you are not perfect. You are not perfect at all. You think you're perfect, but you're not perfect. You need to wake up and smell the coffee, or wake up and smell the tea, or the roses, whatever the saying is. But you need to understand that your behavior is what got you into this position. I'm basically telling people how you manipulated me into doing things for you, made me feel sorry for you. You told me that you lived in Atlanta alone. You didn't tell me that you had a wife. You were always talking about you're looking for a wife and you want a family. And then you told me that you wanted to possibly think about getting married next year and have a kid next year. This is the stuff you told me, and you texted this stuff to me. So you need to cut it out. Grow up. Grow up. Because you know this stuff is true. You had the option. You had the opportunity to speak to me, but you kept blowing me off. Oh, I want to. If I hadn't done what I did, made contact with 123187, then you wouldn't have been mad at me. But you always kept saying, I want to talk to you. Well, find time to talk to me. Your life is not that hectic, it's not that busy, because I know what you do when you're off. I know what you do when you're off. Life is not that hard. You make it hard from the stuff that you do by keeping secrets. Secrets is a lot of work to hide. I don't know if I did this part. So, we can talk as adults over the phone, video chat, however you want to do. I don't really want to see you. But yeah, if you don't want me to reveal from those text messages that you sent me back in April, and you know what you sent, I think you might want to talk to me. And I won't say anything about what happened in April and what you did. But on that note, have a nice life. Living a double life. I'm an open book. I have no problem with talking about, saying that I'm with someone. Maybe not exclusively yet, but we are working on it. But I have no problem with letting someone know that I'm talking to someone. I still am free to talk to any guy that I want to talk to, but I'm not going to hide the fact that I'm married. And I'm definitely going to put my man's photo on my phone as my screensaver, or just on my regular part of my phone. I have no problem with doing that. And you probably won't even allow your wife to do that. Put your photo on her phone. Stop controlling that woman. That woman's older than you. Me and her about the same age. Why are you trying to control women? Women are not meant to be controlled the way you think. We're supposed to be equal partners to our other halves. But you control that woman like, I mean, it's out. But if you let me know, if you have another person inbox me, I will be tagging a certain TV station. So, don't send your people after me. You grow some balls and talk to me in a calm manner. And you better, and if you do talk to me and you try to accuse me of something, I'm giving you an option. I'm giving you the chance to speak to me. But if you don't want to, then so be it. I'm going to tell my story. You could keep everything about me and you in. That's you. But I'm going to talk, and I'm not going to hold it in, because you do not control me. I am my own person, my own individual. You no longer have that hold over me. Since the last time I saw you, the last time we hung out, that hold has broken and lifted. And if you had been smart about it, you would have at least tried to see me a couple of times a week to make sure you still had that hold over me. But that's where you failed, because you didn't want to see me. But I'll talk about that in another video, y'all. Oh, yeah, this is 40 minutes.